Good afternoon, and thank you for joining the Welcome Back webinar. Before we get started, we just want to go over a few items to help make this experience a little bit better. To ensure for a successful event, all participants are muted to eliminate any noisy distractions. And when Jackie is speaking, please be sure to select the speaker view on the top of your participant list. And it's to the left of where the arrow is. It's that single box, and that will help prevent any distractions. And with that, I'd like to introduce Jackie.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jackie Linton, and I'm the president of SHRM. I really appreciate everyone taking a few minutes out of your day-to-day to join us for this Welcome Back webinar, where we hope we're able to share some information with you to help guide you through the process of the upcoming year and some things that will be changing and other things that will be staying the same. Next slide. So the first thing I'd like to do is to just recap for you a few of the things that we were able to do last year. We all know how challenging the year has been, but we have some achievements that we're pretty proud of. First, we had a really robust certification study group offering this past year, even in the face of the pandemic. And they were able to pivot very effectively from an in-person to an online study group. And the participants were very pleased with the outcome. In fact, SHRM National recognized SHRM for their efforts in their certification group by providing us with the Excel Award, which we won this spring. Secondly, we created professional development bundles where we tied together in-person events with webinars so that participants could get varying levels of information around a particular topic. Sometimes people aren't able to attend the in-person event. So in that situation, they could view the webinar either while it was going on or for members from our member resource site later on, which provided even more opportunities for professional development. Our thought leadership program has been expanding, and we've been really proud of what they've been able to do over the last year. They have produced multimedia thought leadership articles, events sponsored by some of our partners. And so there's lots of ways to engage with thought leaders in the area and to really get more in-depth information on cutting edge topics. Our member resource area, in case you haven't seen it, has expanded, and we have provided new resources, new tools there for our members. So if you haven't been on it lately, you should really check it out. It's really, and it continues to expand. We'll see more of that in the upcoming year. And finally, our membership has continued to grow. That to me is a testament of the kinds of value we've been providing to the Philadelphia HR community, and we are very grateful for your support. So when we think about challenges, I won't even go into like some of the challenges with COVID, but one of the things that has been a challenge for us is repositioning our work because of the pandemic. And by repositioning, it's about not only how we deliver content, but it's also what that content is. And we are committed to being relevant for the community. And so being able to pivot and keep up with that has been a real challenge for us. Workforce development has made the biggest pivot in terms of our focus on just attracting and hiring new talent, returning citizens. We've expanded that to include not only hiring non-traditional talent, but also looking at the providing content for people who are trying to figure out how to work remotely and people who are figuring out how to get back to work safely. So these are just some of the areas that we've been able to focus on because of the changes that we've been facing. And we're always looking for new ways to add value to the community. And I am very proud of the membership and the committees that have worked so hard to bring this content, this reimagined content to the Philadelphia HR community. So what have we learned? Well, we learned how important it is to keep our services relevant, for sure. And as I said, we're committed to doing that even before the pandemic, but especially now. And we've also learned how tremendously supportive the HR community is for the work that we do. And even though we thought we understood this before the pandemic, we definitely understand it now. Next slide. So moving forward, the goals that we have coming up are to continue to differentiate our products and services. We want to be the premier provider of HR products and services to really help the HR community to be more effective in their work. We want to operationalize our key community efforts. And again, this is one of the reasons why we have pivoted in terms of how we are providing content and resources for the community. We want to provide you with the best ever virtual symposium. We're really excited about that, and you're going to hear a lot more about the details in a few minutes. But let me just say, I think you will be very pleased with the outcome that we have been able to produce. We didn't think that we would be able to do it this well, but we're really excited about it. We are also providing some learning cohorts that will help you, our community, to get a deeper dive into information that will help you make this transition, both while you're trying to figure out how to work now, as well as what to do when the transition is complete and we are in a new reimagined world. And expect more thought leadership offerings. We fully expect our thought leadership team to continue to provide us with multimedia articles and videos and events that'll help stimulate our thinking and provide us with additional information. So what you can expect going forward is more programming and resources focused on current events. You can expect us to continue to highlight resources that are available from SHRM National that you may not have seen before and really help to guide the information that you have available to you. You can expect to see a major focus on providing high quality virtual events, very professionally produced, and the same level of quality in terms of content that you've seen from us in the past. So those are just a few highlights of what you can expect from Philly SHRM in the upcoming year. And now I would like to introduce you to our Gold Chapter sponsor, Laura Long.
Thanks so much, Jackie. It's my pleasure to be here on behalf of Temple University, and good afternoon to all of our participants. My name is Laura Long, and I work in the Department of Human Resource Management in Temple University's Fox School of Business. And I'm also currently pursuing a Master of Science degree in HR at Temple. We at Fox HRM know that a company's people are really their most important asset and strategic advantage, and fostering synergies between the human and business sides of every enterprise is really essential. To that end, we offer 2 career and professional development programs to our HR professionals: MS in HRM program and our SHRM exam preparation course. Our 30-credit 10-course MS in HRM is offered fully online and can be completed in as little as 13 months. Offering both full-time and part-time options, the program is flexible for working professionals and is ideal for both career changers and career accelerators alike. Furthermore, our SHRM exam prep course prepares students for success on the SHRM certification exam, and we've been ranked in the top 4% of exam prep programs by SHRM nationwide. Our course runs for 12 weeks each fall and spring semesters, and Philly SHRM members actually receive a $100 discount. If you'd like to hear more about either of these programs, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself at llong@temple.edu or to my colleague Griselda Doma at doma@temple.edu. Thanks again to Philly SHRM for inviting us here today, and we hope you enjoyed today's webinar.
Hi all, my name is Noelle Ridlin and I am one of the VPs of membership along with my colleague Debbie Derritz, who is unable to join us today. First, I'm going to walk you through some of the benefits of your SHRM membership. Now, I'm sure that we are all familiar with SHRM working in HR or along with HR. SHRM has become a real force within our industry. And some of the benefits of your SHRM membership include the following. You get access to SHRM Online, which has a huge body of resources that would be available to you, including the Ask an Advisor feature, where you can ask specific questions and receive assistance via email, chat, or phone from trusted HR professionals. You can also access instant information and resources on current issues that are impacting HR. They also have HR toolkits, which are very helpful if you are creating things from scratch, such as forms or handbooks. I'm sure that we've all been there at some point, and that's a fantastic resource for you to use. They also have a huge body of both research and surveys listed. They also have SHRM Connect, as well as discounted customized benchmarking services, and of course, webcasts, seminars, and conferences. Now, with your SHRM national membership, you actually get a free membership to a local designated chapter. Obviously, we would hope that you would pick Philly SHRM because we are a mega chapter, and we do offer a lot of fantastic resources in the local area. Some of the things that Jackie mentioned are some of the special projects that we've been working on. But in addition to that, you will also receive big discounts on chapter webinars, professional development events, networking events, as well as the annual symposium. You'll also have access to virtual member appreciation events, a members only resource area that there are listed some free or low cost on-demand webinars, past event materials, thought leadership articles, partner benefits, and many more things. Access to the membership directory for other HR professionals in our local area, as well as the opportunity to connect with over 1,400 HR and business professionals in the greater Philadelphia region. You also have the opportunity to volunteer and grow your network through our chapter. So how would you know if you're a member of Philadelphia SHRM? If you do elect your SHRM national chapter, you are not automatically placed into Philly SHRM or any other local chapter. You actually need to go in and designate a chapter. How you check this is that you would log into your SHRM profile and look to see if Philadelphia is selected. If it's not, please consider selecting us. You can visit the Philly SHRM website and try to access the members only resource. And if you don't have access, then you would know then that you had not designated Philadelphia as your chapter. Or if you try to register for a Philly SHRM event and you see the member pricing, then you're definitely a member. So a few different ways for you to determine whether or not you have designated, in my opinion, the best of the local chapters, which is Philadelphia SHRM. You can always email info@phillyshrm.org to double check and make sure on your status. As I mentioned, we are still currently running lots of virtual membership programs, and we have our next one coming up. We actually had one yesterday, which was really fun. I had about 15 people join us. I see some familiar names from yesterday, but we are having one in November as well. This will allow you to connect virtually with your fellow Philly SHRM members. That will be held on November 18th from 4 to 5 p.m. We hope to see you there.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bethany Adams, and I'm the Associate Director in the Graduate Programs in Human Resource Development at Villanova University. I have seen many of the names that I see on the screen at Philly SHRM meetings in person over the last few years, and I can't wait to get back to those in-person events. But right now, it's great to join with you at all of these virtual webinars and to kind of be able to think a little differently about how we meet and how we connect with each other. Much like Temple, Villanova offers a master's degree in human resource development. We also offer SHRM prep courses. One one of the things that I wanted to highlight today is actually one that I am so excited about. I announced it first to Philly SHRM back in a meeting in January when we were certain that we were going live and ready to announce it to the world. Philly SHRM got it first, that we have added a brand new graduate certificate in inclusion and diversity strategy. This certificate can be earned independently or in conjunction with our master's degree. And it was designed and the curriculum was developed with some help from some leaders, one of which the name will sound very familiar, Jamil Rush, the former Philly SHRM president. Jamil is one of our adjuncts, and he has helped us with the curriculum development and is designing a brand new course for that new certificate in measuring and analytics of diversity and inclusion. He is working with one of our alum who is also the Chief Diversity Officer at Google and who is going to be teaching that course as well. We are really excited about these course offerings. Probably all of you working in HR know that right now with kind of the nature of the social changes happening in our world in a very positive way, there is just a lot of need for us to understand how do we create more inclusive environments, how do we make sure that the policies that we put in place and the initiatives that we have in place take the perspective of all voices and include all voices in our organizations, and then really how do we go beyond that to have an impact to kind of lead to better engagement and better outcomes for our business and for our people. So we're really excited to bring this forward. It is now live. It is available both on campus and online. So we're really excited. If you do have any questions about this certificate, please feel free to reach out to me in email, connect with me on LinkedIn, and I am happy to share. We're also doing some information sessions around this new certificate to kind of give students an understanding of what they would be getting involved with the curriculum. So excited to again announce it to Philly SHRM, but you heard it first back in January. So thank you. It's great to be with you today, and I look forward to being with you throughout the coming year.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joanna Vasquez, and I am the VP of Programming. I am very excited to bring to you a wonderful collection of professional development opportunities. As Jackie had mentioned, we at the Programming Committee, Emerging Leaders, and Symposium, we're committed to providing relevant content and strategies for not only our current challenges, but to continue to give you opportunities to learn. We're hoping that we will get out of the COVID-19 umbrella, and so we should always continue to try to learn and try to look to the future in terms of the development of ourselves, our departments, our organizations. So the first one that we want to mention is our Philly SHRM Symposium, which is actually happening next week, which I'm really excited about. I'm also excited of our keynote speaker, Marcus Buckingham. I really enjoyed listening to him before, and I am so happy that he has joined our team as our keynote speaker. What's great about the Philly SHRM Symposium also is that when we went virtual, you have an opportunity to actually gain a lot more credits. We went from just doing 7.5 credits now to up to 13.5 credits for the symposium. And you have an opportunity to do 6 more with the recording that happens after. So if you haven't registered for the symposium, I'm hoping that you register today or in the next couple of days. It'll be a wonderful event, our marquee event, so to speak. The next thing is, I believe, is Emerging Leaders Networking event. I believe it was mentioned. It's, again, we'll be networking virtually. It is a lot of fun. We play games and we get a lot of interaction, even though we're behind the screen. So please think about meeting other emerging leaders as well as board members and other members during this networking event. And again, in terms of the time of COVID, and again, trying to also be relevant to our community, we are providing a legal update amid COVID-19, basically restructuring your workforce, which is basically also on the forefront of a lot of our organizations. And that's coming up next month. And then we have our Emerging Leaders Career Development event, which is for those who are looking to either career transition or coming into the HR field and to add in terms of more skills. And it's a great event. This is a long time in terms of developing this particular sessions. Career development has been around for a number of years. And so this is a really unique event in terms of not only is it free, but it's also for transitioning and those coming into the field. Leading It Perfectly, which is, I'm excited about this one as well. This is basically to kind of like, you take off your own cape. You also, take off your hat and start talking about how we interact with each other, how we communicate with each other. A real good opportunity to not only, not to just, dismiss what's going on in the world, but kind of taking a break from it and really thinking about how we lead as HR leaders. Next slide. Then the next one is Retention 911. Again, we are always looking to not only attract, but also retain our best and best talent. So we are, right now, I believe it's going to be virtual as well. We weren't sure whether or not it's going to be in person, but it will be virtual. And again, going along the lines of not only our current challenges in terms of how to retain during this time of COVID. The next is Reopening America, and that's our next webinar in February. And again, COVID related, but however, it could also expand in terms of how we kind of slowly get back to what will be our normal once COVID is over. Culture by Design, we're also looking at our environment regarding social justice and our cultures within our organizations. So this will also be a professional development event to kind of think about how our culture is designed, as executed, and how as HR leaders can lead that way. Beast Mode, it's, we're all in terms of have a lot of stress. So we want to make sure that we try to alleviate this stress together. And this is going to be also another fun, interactive professional development event. Again, stay tuned. I believe this one we'll try to do it in person, but if not, we can always pivot to virtual. And lastly, exploring the complexity of inclusion. It was mentioned in terms before regarding, in terms of our diversity, equity, and inclusion. This is just a 1 hour webinar. However, we're looking to add more content in order to have a more structured and a lot longer time to talk about the complexity of inclusion. But this is a great first step in terms of introducing that complexity and looking at it in a different way. But again, there are going to be a lot more events coming up. This is only a tidbit of what we're about to offer. We at the programming, the symposium level, emerging leaders, as well as day programming, we have really worked hard to provide a lot of content, a lot of relevant content to help you during this time for this current challenge and future challenges. So I hope to see you there.
Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, please type them into the chat box now and we'll answer them for you. Or you may write into info@phillyshrm.org and we'll be happy to answer your questions that way as well. Okay. Thank you for joining us today. And just one last reminder to register for the Philly SHRM Symposium, and remember that Philly SHRM members get big discounts. Thank you all for your time today, and we look forward to seeing you at a future event.
Thanks for joining us.
One minute.